I have a memory of a Walmart in my neighborhood that used to stay open all day and night. I'm not entirely certain, but I think there were many Walmarts that had these extended hours in the past. However, nowadays, the ones I've visited close around 10 p.m. Maybe this change is due to incidents like the one about to share with you. This took place several years ago, probably around 2014. Back then, I had a job with unpredictable and unusual working hours. I never knew when my shifts would end, and some nights went really late. Once, I finished work close to 3 a.m. I was incredibly tired, but also very hungry. As I headed home, I stopped by the 24-hour Walmart to see what they had. There weren't any open restaurants nearby, so I planned to grab a snack or something to drink from the store. Upon entering, I made my way to the food section. The store was nearly empty, with only a few employees scattered around. When I reached the snack aisle, I spent some time looking around, trying to decide what to eat. I often struggle choosing food. After a few minutes, I felt an odd sensation, like someone was watching me. I glanced around and noticed a man at the far end of the aisle. He was tall and skinny, wearing a black Adidas sweatshirt. Our eyes met briefly, and he continued to stand there, not particularly focused on anything on the shelves. Although he looked away, his behavior struck me as peculiar. Returning to my food selection, I tried to shake off the uneasy feeling. However, as I moved to the next aisle, I saw the same man slowly emerging from around the corner, staring at me once more from the end of the aisle. This was really unsettling. Deciding on a bag of trail mix, I quickly moved towards the back of the store along the side. When I reached the back corner of the store, I planned to head back to one of the main pathways. To my surprise, the man was already standing there, gazing at me. I started walking around the store, and he seemed to follow my every move. This situation was incredibly frustrating. The man's expression barely changed, and he didn't utter a word. Feeling increasingly uncomfortable, I eventually decided to head to the checkout area. There was only one checkout lane open, and I informed the cashier about the man who had been following me around the store. The man didn't follow me to the checkout. Instead, he wandered into the clothing section across from the checkout lanes. The cashier acknowledged that it was strange and thanked me for letting them know. I just wanted to go home, eat, and rest. After completing the checkout, I made my way toward the exit doors. I made sure to glance around to ensure the man wasn't following me again. I was relieved to see that he wasn't. As I exited the store and walked through the parking lot to my car, I noticed something unsettling. The man was sprinting full speed from the Walmart, headed straight for my car. It was the same person who'd been following me earlier. His sprints was so intense, as if he was running for his life, but he wasn't fleeing from something. He was sprinting toward me. I was initially confused and just watched him for a moment. Then I realized he was getting dangerously close to my car. I quickly started the engine, shifted into drive, and sped away just a couple of seconds before he would have reached me. He continued running until I was out of the parking lot and onto the street, at which point I was finally able to escape. This whole experience left me baffled. I couldn't comprehend who this man was, why he had followed me around the store, and why he had sprinted towards me when I was in my car. The lesson I learned from this incident was to avoid going to Walmart in the middle of the night. Thank you for joining us for this journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Goodbye.